I think Treyarch is at a really interesting point right now, especially after the back-to-back releases of both Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. And the thing is, it's not necessarily that these two games are bad, as I actually enjoy both of them a lot, and I'm still enjoying Black Ops 7 right now. But for the more general player base, something just hasn't been hitting the same with these last two games. And in my opinion, I think it really comes down to one main thing, and that's the direction Treyarch has been going in with these recent two titles and what they've chosen to do with some of their decision making. So, looking ahead to COD 2028, which would presumably be their next major release, where do they actually go from here? And more importantly, what actually went wrong with Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7? Why is it that these two games just don't hit the same way as older Treyarch games did? Because even though I enjoy them, I think it comes down to a few main reasons as to why most players aren't the biggest fans of these two games. Before I get into my reasonings for this video, I do realize that there's a lot of nuances when it comes to a discussion like this. So if there's any reasonings or opinions that I've kind of missed or don't really see, then feel free to drop it in the comments below and let me know, as I'm happy to hear them and see what you guys have to think about it as well. So the first reason, and honestly probably the biggest one, is just simply fatigue. Not only did we get back-to-back Treyarch releases, but this was also the 6th and 7th Black Ops titles. And don't get me wrong, Black Ops is one of the most iconic franchises in COD history. It's something I've always personally enjoyed and always favored over the Modern Warfare games. But at a certain point, players just start to get tired of seeing the same name over and over again, and I've somewhat fallen victim to this as well. On top of the overall franchise fatigue, the identity of Black Ops has kind of gone in loss over this long stretch of time. We've gone from Cold War to the future, back to the past, and then back to the future again. And at this point, a lot of players don't even know what Black Ops is supposed to be anymore. And when you combine that confusion with the constant releases, it just makes everything feel less special. I've personally even had friends who thought Black Ops 6 was a futuristic COD when it was supposed to be based in the 1990s, which I think shows you how out of touch players have become with the Black Ops franchise. The second reason I believe players are not feeling as good about these recent Treyarch titles is that the games are starting to feel way too similar to Modern Warfare and Infinity Ward type games. And that's a problem because Treyarch and pretty much every dev studio has had always its own identity. If you go back to older games like Black Ops or Black Ops 2, they felt completely different from anything Infinity Ward was putting out at that time. All the CODs had their own pacing, their own map design, and most importantly, their own systems. It just felt like a Treyarch game, which sounds very vague, but if you've been playing COD for long enough, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that's exactly why a game like Cold War is looked back so fondly by the community nowadays, because it actually felt and looked very different from the previous COD, which was Modern Warfare 2019. But when you look at Black Ops 6 and even parts of Black Ops 7, there are so many features that just don't feel like Treyarch. Things like doors, tac sprint, certain map designs. Those are all things that came from Modern Warfare, and Treyarch kind of just carried them over. And when you start blending everything together like that, it stops feeling like a unique game, and instead, it just feels like you're playing a slightly different version of the same COD every year. And that's exactly what takes away the excitement of a franchise like Black Ops, which is supposed to be honestly pretty legendary. The third reason, which is probably the one that involves a lot more nuance when players discuss it, has to do with the movement in COD, and specifically the ones in Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. Because personally, I actually really like the Omni-movement system. I think it's one of the best movement systems we've had in COD in a long time. There's something about being able to move freely in every direction that just feels right and how COD should have always been played. But at the same time, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't push some players away with the way it's being currently implemented. Because anytime you introduce faster or more advanced movement, it naturally creates a bigger skill gap between more casual players and better players. And even if the system itself isn't that hard to learn, it can still feel overwhelming if you're not used to it or playing the game every day. You'll get into gunfights where someone is sliding, changing direction, and moving in ways that just feel hard to track. And for a lot of players, that just isn't enjoyable, which is understandable, because at the end of the day, we play COD to kill people, not get killed. And I don't think Treyarch or the other devs should completely remove it, but I do think it needs to be toned down quite a bit, especially when it comes to the slide, which can feel a little too fast and unpredictable at times. One thing I do want to clarify is I believe slowing things down slightly doesn't just make the game easier, it actually makes fights feel more intentional and decisions more important for every player, not just the casual players. Because that's where I believe the current issues primarily lie for most players in Omni movement. It not only rewards better skill players who know how to use it, but it also removes the punishment for not thinking through your actions and for where you're positioning yourself on the map. If you run into a lane with someone pre-aiming it, it's very easy to simply dash back into cover versus not being tactical about where you're going in the first place. I don't want to spend too much time discussing the movement in recent Treyarch and COD titles as a whole, as I believe there's so much more that goes into it than people even realize. But just know that I think in its current state, with the addition of wall jumping as well, it's a little too much for the general player. So, when you take all these reasons into account, it becomes pretty clear that something needs to change. Because if Treyarch keeps going in the same direction, we're probably just going to keep getting the same issues year after year with their releases. And that brings up the bigger issue and most important question when looking ahead at their next COD, which would be COD 2028. Where does Treyarch actually go, and what kind of game do they need to make to go back to where they used to be and where they used to be viewed by the community? And honestly, I think the answer is pretty clear. After over 15 years of Black Ops titles, with the first one coming out all the way back in 2010, I think it's time for Treyarch to move on and create something completely new. Now, obviously, we don't know how much control they actually have with decisions like this. Microsoft might want them to stick with Black Ops, and they can't do anything about it. But just for the sake of this conversation and this video, if they did have full freedom, I think a new IP is exactly what they need. Because right now, Black Ops just feels like it's lost a lot of its identity. And instead of trying to force it back into something it used to be, this would be a perfect opportunity for Treyarch to start fresh. They can build something completely new from the ground up. New characters, a new setting, a new tone. Just an entirely different world for players to get invested in. And from a marketing standpoint, it almost sells itself. If you tell players that Treyarch is dropping a completely new title after years of Black Ops, that alone is going to generate hype, especially now where a lot of people are really just sick and tired of all the nostalgia bait and bringing back things from old CODs. I also think the most important thing, no matter what direction they go in, is the game needs to feel grounded. If you look back to older Treyarch games like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, they were very different from Modern Warfare, but they still took themselves very seriously. And that's what really made them so immersive. So whatever this new title would presumably be, it doesn't need to copy Infinity Ward or feel like Modern Warfare, but it also shouldn't go too far in the other direction. It needs its own identity, but it still needs to also feel believable for players to actually buy into it. And the same thing even applies to the multiplayer to a certain extent. Treyarch needs to fully lean back into what makes their games feel different from Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare. If Modern Warfare has Gunsmith, then Treyarch should bring back systems like Pick 10. If Modern Warfare has Tac Sprint, then Treyarch should go in a different direction for the movement system. Because it's these small differences that actually make each game feel unique and each dev studio feel unique. And right now, that's what's missing. Everything feels too blended together. So instead of continuing to build on Black Ops, I think it's time to put it aside and put it on the shelf. And I really think Treyarch's best move for COD 2028 is to just fully reset and create something entirely new. So when you really take a step back and look at everything, the fatigue from back-to-back Black Ops titles, the loss of Treyarch's identity, and even the way gameplay systems are just starting to feel more blended across COD overall, it's not that Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 are necessarily bad games. It's just that they don't feel as special as Treyarch games used to be. And I think that's the biggest issue right now, because for a long time, part of what made COD so exciting was how different each title felt depending on the studio behind it. But recently, everything has started to feel a bit too similar, and that's what's making things feel so stale. So, heading into COD 2028, Treyarch has a huge opportunity here, because at the end of the day, what COD really needs right now isn't more of the same from a franchise or IP perspective. It's something completely different. Anyways, those are just my thoughts and opinions from someone who's been playing COD for a very long time and really just wants to see the franchise be in a better spot. If you guys have any of your own thoughts or comments, then feel free to drop them down below. And yeah, with that all said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
The hard point.
I lied.
Good shit, Nick.
Yo, I needed him. Oh, that's you.
I'm don't drop.
I'm all couches.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
I stunned one from the front. He's on like the...
Two couches. Nice.
Yeah, one on the front.
No, one more
Couch.
couches. He went back door, he went back,
That's
he went to the back.
last.
On the back.
I might be able to catch him.
Oh,
Oh, he's close. He's coming with couches.
I'm lagging,
couches.
bro. He's one.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Yo, I'm running out.
Hard point.
Running in the back. Just running in the back right now.
Got the hard point.
Nice.
One outer. Weak.
Bro, I'm lagging. Couches. Dead.
Inner dead. Another one inner.
Couches. He's low. He's done.
Inner dead. Go new when you spawn in.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going.
Hard point contested. Hard point located.
Yeah, last guy. He's gonna be coming Mika.
No, mid cut right now,
Two.
Nick. Nice, Nick.
Yeah, there's gonna be two. There's gonna
Another
might
one,
be
Nick.
one
Another
more.
one mid cut.
Hardpoint active.
I spawned Dojo.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Yo, I can flank. I can flank these guys. There's one coming on my side.
Yo, he's going close dojo.
Dead.
He's going close dojo.
Hardpoint
Nice.
locked down.
Killed himself.
Might be spawning dojo.
I'm
Let's push
watching
out
Dojo. I'll tell you guys. Yep. Got one Dojo.
I'm gonna watch outer. Oh yeah, they're all
should
gonna be
be
flooding
P2
mid. I
side.
think. Yeah, mid.
Another one
We can just
Dojo.
stay
Dead.
down.
I'm gonna wrap mid.
Another one mid.
Two mid cut.
Weak.
Got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Another one mid
he
cut.
won't take it. He's low.
Another one mid cut.
Nice.
The guild took the hardpoint.
Oh no, we didn't spawn Dojo.
Hardpoint contested.
I'm spawning P2.
Got the hardpoint.
P2 side is dojo dead. Another one dojo dead.
Nice, Nick.
Another one
Hardpoint
dojo.
identified.
Everyone spawn dojo. Why not?
Higher your comms.
On me.
Hardpoint locked down.
One comms. Dead.
Hardpoint.
Another one reaching.
Just watch it, Rishi.
Nice.
One more roof. Came through. Nice.
Weak as fuck on the door.
Outer.
Testing hardpoint.
He's on outer right now. On the roof.
Got the hardpoint.
Two on hill dead.
That's guy's roof.
Oh, he's on the roof, guys. Oh, unlucky.
Hardpoint contested.
Dead.
Bro, no, they spawned there too. I went to wrap.
Just stay down, Matt. Stay down.
Yeah.
Got the
Throwing trophy.
Outer
We
weak.
have to keep it. Contesting hardpoint.
One more.
The guild
Weak
on
on
tree,
behind
on
the
tree.
tree.
Dead.
Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going for new.
Oh,
I'm gonna
in
start going for
armory.
new.
Hardpoint contested.
Nice, Nick.
Hardpoint located.
Get all that time, Nick, if you can. That'll be huge.
Yeah, there's two there.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
My couches.
One's
We're all
going
gonna
like lobby.
fucking play this slow.
Couches.
Nice. I'm mid cut right now. I can get him off time. Time,
Two.
Dad.
One more. He's running. Come in.
Dad!
Nice.
Get on time. Get on fucking time.
On hill dead. Two on hill.
No, that nade.
Contesting
No,
hardpoint.
he shit on me on hill. Nice.
Enemies took the lead. Make them regret it.
On time, Dad.
Nice. I got time.
Got the hardpoint.
Stay
Reach, I'm
down.
watching that right now. Left side though. One
Stay
pop.
tight. We're in the lead.
Left side.
Fucking
Nice.
goal,
boys.
Fucking
Let's
goal.
fucking
Holy
go.
What a
fucking
win,
shit.
boys.
Bang! Come on!
What a sweaty ass game, bro. Holy
Bro, Nick,
shit.
this is what we've been playing all fucking the past 2 days.
Bro,
this is
this
it.
guy